I'd like to call this meeting to order. The first order of business is pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the first order of business is to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. Recommend approving May 20th, 2025 council meeting. Everybody have a chance to read the meeting minutes?
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second.
Recommendation second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Recommend approving the May 2025 claims list.
I'll make the recommendation.
I'll second.
Recommendation and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To recommend accepting disbursement ledgers and financial statements for various funds as of May 31st, 2025. You guys got any questions on any of those?
I will recommend that motion.
I'll second.
Have a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Well, we have this recommendation approving resolution 2025-04 to authorize application for the 2026 capital bonding for the city maintenance shop. This year there's going to be no bonding bill for other than state projects, so we have to reapply.
So we just reapply with the same, more or less the same stuff we did before.
Cheryl can do that, and she has about a week to do it, so.
This week, I need to do it.
Okay, well, basically, same application, obviously there'll be a price adjustment because of inflation and everything, so we'll look at that.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second that.
Recommendation in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To recommend approving resolution 2025-05 to authorize application for capital bonding project. Now, if we don't make a resolution on that or make an application on that, your state legislators can still apply for bonding for us. Just today, I received a engineering design over here. I haven't had time to look at it as far as it's broke down in individual units for piers and all that other stuff. So I got some analyzation to do for that, and I want to talk to the steering committee on that. I'll look at it and see. I think obviously the steering committee will look at it. If we need more money or something, we'll have to maybe reduce the size, maybe we'll do whatever. We just have to.
But it doesn't hurt to recommend this.
We don't have to apply this week. I mean, we only got this week. Is that correct, Cheryl?
Yeah, but you're, like you said, our legislator could
Introduce it.
Could introduce the bill itself, which is what I'm.
It doesn't hurt to do this though. To recommend it. We might as well do it.
So we're asking for more money for a project that we cannot afford to do, so we're gonna kick the can down the street? Is that what's been decided?
Get our money on it.
Or is this just, we're gonna ask for it, if we get it, we're gonna table the design as it sits now and use that money to make it the way that it was originally designed? Is that what I'm understanding?
We have a new design right now, right in hand, okay? I just got it today. Obviously, there's plans that the steering committee's got to look at. It's basically the same design, the same square footage. It looks the same, it's just that the pier construction underneath is different. There's going to be no sheet piling. It is cheap, but I don't know if there's enough.
Is it cheap enough though?
No, that's, well, here it is. Here's the deal. what he gave us was budget numbers, what he would bid it for. And obviously, if his numbers explode right now, so when we come out with bids, he would bid most likely, I say, cheaper. So that's why I say I have to analyze that. But we could apply for more. If not, we can have this legislature, you know, if the bids come in where it's an acceptable number, fine. If it ain't, we have to come and ask the legislator to do it, or we could ask for some right now. We could make an application, we can always withdraw the application. You know, we don't have to go on it, so.
I would say we do the application.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, that's what I'm saying, you don't have to use it.
I just want to make sure that like, this isn't just another way to keep pushing a design that
No.
is not.
No, we're not,
Like, we're gonna keep the design, we're just waiting to see if we get this more money now, and then this 2 more, I mean, I don't know, what does that take? A year to
Well-
decide whether we're gonna get a bonding bill or not, and then we don't do anything, like, we have to make a decision on the design regardless, or we're just gonna sit on it for a year to see if we get more bonding money. What's that direction look like? If we do this, it's not gonna hurt anything, but what if we start construction or we find a smaller design and we just retract our request? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
You can,
those are good questions. I don't think we start construction. Well, obviously you won't start construction until you get a bid. So if they look at this design, which I looked at, just roughly,
Yeah.
it's a different design. All it is what they call piling, rock socket piling. He's drilling into the rock with a steel pipe and then anchoring it into the rock. Instead of doing all that sheet piling like they had. So way less barge work. Don't have to fill the crushed rock. You know, so he's got unit numbers too. And so we can look at that. But
I just wanted to make sure we I just wanted to know what the direction was and what the purpose was, but maybe the
Well,
determination is made that we do need to ask for more money and we only have this week to get it in, therefore we should do it. I'm fine with that as long as we end up still having the freedom as a council and
We still got to vote on
a
it.
chance as a steering committee to look at these things to determine what the direction is going to be. And I understand there's a time window here for asking for this, so.
Here would be the thing, I think the process would be like this. We'll take it to the steering committee, let them look it over, probably advertise for bids again, and see how they come in. Now, if it comes in $1 million more than what we have, obviously we have an application. So maybe we should make an application for a couple $1 million. And if we don't do it, we don't do it. I mean, it's not enough.
I just wanted to reiterate
that's
so
what-
that there's a general idea about the direction.
That's basically what we look at. If we accept this design, it's going to be cheaper, but it ain't, again, might not be cheap enough. So then how short are we? You know, we won't know that until we have a bid.
Right.
But that time frame is slipped, so I would say, yes, we probably should make an application. And, you know, if we don't need it, that's fine. Or reduce it or whatever. If we have to, you know, if it's ask for $2 million, if you need $1 million, well, great, you know, they may give you $1 million, so. Okay,
I'll recommend approving resolution 2025-5.
I'll second.
okay, recommendation, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Next, Jen, please state it. That's good, maybe the whole song, 6-7.
Well, we did put that, you know, cooler and dishwasher and the wiring and everything, but it was,
$6,000 in expense. 6,500.
Well, that changes the one pretty drastically. Yeah, to 35%.
But then, good in the long run.
yeah, if we wouldn't have done that, we would have been on point, but,
So you have to do the dishwasher and the cooler?
yeah, the coolers.
New ones?
We got one new one so far. in order to, the big one, like the big one behind the bar, it was gonna cost $1,800 to replace the part, and then the smaller one was gonna cost $1,200, and you could buy a new one for $25. So, I mean, I was tired of keep putting $700 every 3 months into it. And another thing too, if you look, I don't know if you can see it on your paper, but we just put $700 more into the ice machine, and that's something we should consider in the future. Maybe it's time to upgrade that one too.
Well, maybe you want to get some,
I can remember looking at that.
It was in 13 or 14 we put that in, and
Yeah.
it's struggling too.
14.
Yeah, that's what I think it was, yeah. She was, yeah.
14, I think.
I think you're right, I think it was
why
14.
don't you do some research on it and see what you can find?
Well, I mean, I feel like every 3 months we're putting $700-800 into it.
Yeah, we probably could have bought one right
It
now.
Right.
wasn't that good of a one to start with.
No. Better ones out there, just gotta make sure we get the right guy.
It does okay in the winter, but the summer when it gets hot, it struggles.
So coming up now shortly then, we have July 4th, I guess, would be our next.
And that falls on a Friday, and it falls on, and one of the bartenders has volunteered to work the night shift for that. So,
I recommend it highly because Viking Bar is closed.
yes, and we are starting to see a bit of a
Our
runoff.
village has 3 bars and there's 3 different things going on, and it's gonna be a destination. It's not just gonna be a pass-through.
I do think though, there's no need to be open during the day, because
I would
everyone,
open after the
it's like
parade.
4.
Yeah.
I would say 4 is a good time to open.
100%.
Everyone's gonna be uptown anyways.
Yeah.
But I think if we did a 4 to 1 a.m. thing, we'd make some money, for sure.
Did you notice that the increased business of the shutdown here, did that increase?
We did, yes, we did.
So that would show up next month.
And then the workers on the railroad, that improved too, so. It's been a good start to June, for sure.
Well, that's good.
Oh, and then I thought might as well get ahead of the game, and we upped prices too, so,
Do that prices?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Nothing special when I just work and hope to stay open.
I mean, we do have that big barbecue
I was
cook-off
going to say,
coming up.
the barbecue.
Oh, yeah, I've already got people signed up for that, so, only bigger and bigger.
Oh, yeah, what do we have now? Wasn't it 17 last year?
We had 17 signed up last year, and I think 14 cooked. I think 3 backed out last minute due to whatever, but I mean, that's like 2 to 3 people per team too, so that was a lot of people.
Yeah. We're doing it again. It's successful.
Absolutely, yep.
Any questions?
Yeah, I have some. You said you've seen extra business now with the Viking closing down?
A little bit, like
There's, I guess we'll call it a conversation going around that there's not enough bartenders over there at certain times. People are saying they can't get a drink.
like on Fridays, or?
Fridays are busy days, Saturdays, Thursdays, I think.
Well, I got enough part-time that we can
Yeah,
start.
I would start because I think we're gonna see some changes in the village anyway with Looney stepping up their game. And
Sure.
Cantilever's changed the way they do business too, so I think we got people coming in, we might as well make sure we're ready too.
Okay, that's not a problem at all. I can put, there's a lot of eager
Definitely
people.
Look at your busy times and your busy days and make sure you got a couple bartenders.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at it, bartender, what does a bartender make? A couple $1,000 a month, 3,000, 2,000?
Like on the side, or,
I told-
or like their wages?
Okay, I mean, if it's 4 days, if they come in every Friday, even half days, that's, 5 hours times 4, that's 20 hours.
Right,
That's not much of an expense, if you can generate to cover. I
Well,
mean, all the other hidden costs are there, your taxes,
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah, that's some of this.
No, that's good to know as I get ready to make the July schedule.
Wages, whatever the wages are, doesn't matter. I think
Want
it's
to try that. I've heard it from more than one person that they're having a hard time getting a drink.
Well, it's always been, we've seen that constantly, but it is so hard, you never know when they show up.
Well, and now that cooler finally came in too, that'll speed up, but I agree, we could put on the bar back.
I mean, technically, we have more bars in Ranier than they do in International
I know we
Falls,
do.
so.
Okay, that's impressive. You put that into perspective.
Anyway, good to hear that.
All right, so is that going to be this Friday then, Todd? Is that it, this Friday? We may as well start then if we're going to try it. Let's-
Yeah, I'll see if I can round somebody up.
Anything else?
Definitely be ready for it.
Good. Get a recommendation?
I'll make a recommendation.
I'll second.
Recommendation, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. Thank you.
Nick is digging in a hole.
Over here,
Yeah.
yeah, I heard they're finding good things.
What's that?
They're digging.
Nick was helping put in a curb stand over at Mr. Ramsey's property that
Oh,
the people bought,
they ran
so
into
they were still working on it.
Okay. You know, I gotta tell him too, Voyager outfitters got sold.
Oh.
And I went over there, and just went through a whole bunch of other things, but there's a curb box, the top of it's sticking up, you know, the top's off of it, is sticking up in the parking lot. On the left-hand side, easily can get run over, not only flat the tire, you know, if it's something heavy drives over, what that does is push that down and have it sink, so we should take care of that. He might have already, I meant to mention it about a month ago when I seen it too, so. There's a curb box, the curb box at Voyager Outfitters there, you in their office.
Nice to see the buildings getting painted.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
I hope so. Well, Nick's not here, obviously I can give you a little bit of, I guess we can tie the water break into it, and then we'll give a recommendation. Well, let's stick to the agenda. Ranier Beach Dock construction.
The company that bid on it is said they're gonna start around the end of July, around July, the week of
Nice.
July 48.
Perfect.
Very exciting.
Nice.
I do know the guy. He does, you know, from I've seen his house and some other stuff he does. The plans are submitted, they're really detailed. You know, if he's that detailed with his work, great. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, then the next item then would be an update on the water main break. We had a water main break right under Highway 11. Fortunately, we were working at the jail and I had trench boxes there available because it's 14 feet deep and they raised that grade. And it was just a small leak in the gas main pipe, so the sleeve was really easy to put on. And, you know, once the state was really cooperative, they got in here and detoured the traffic. Obviously, we got the trench box and the people there and everything else, and then we jumped in and helped. I brought a pipe layer over, and the equipment, got it back through. So I think we had water by 3-4 o'clock back on 3 o'clock. So it was just fortunate because it being so deep, otherwise we would have had to widen out a lot more. I did talk to the state, you know, KGM is a local blacktopper now, basically. So there's quite a bit of blacktop in town, so they'll probably be repairing that intersection. You know, we'll let the state coordinate that.
Okay, that's gonna be my question. How, is that the state's approach or is it the county's approach?
Well, the state, obviously, I'll talk to the state maintenance man, because it's in the state highway, you're gonna have to work with him. And,
Right.
And, you know, they may, hopefully they'll pick up the bill for it too. You know, it's in our highway, so. That'll be the
Do
most
I need to
expensive
do
part.
anything?
Uh-huh.
Do I need to do anything talking with the state or anything?
You know, I should be able to take care of that.
Okay.
It's what I do. So
Yeah.
I'll see if I can talk to the maintenance man, maintenance.
I've got one of the engineers, I've got his phone number.
Yeah, I got it in Virginia, but they handle it locally, but they do have to process things, I'm sure, so. Okay, that's what I have on that. So anything else on the other business? I think I brought you up to speed of just what I know about that thing, and obviously we'll contact the steering committee as soon as I can, you know, so they can have a meeting and look over the plans and that, so we have some kind of direction anyway.
I've got one thing.
Go ahead.
It's more or less just like a public safety thing, so, it's been intermittent since probably middle of May, but it's been kind of obnoxious the last week and a half. There's been a lot of exhibition driving through Ranier, especially down Finstead Lane. There's a truck, I know who it is, I'm not saying who it is specifically, but one particular individual that's smoked out all of the diners at Cantilever one night, and he revs, he's got something built into his truck that he can blow the clouds
I
of
don't know
smoke.
who it is.
I know
It's a
who it
diesel
is.
truck, but
I can
he's
tell
got
you
a coach
after,
over
I'll tell you after the meeting. But he's gotten 3 tickets in international calls already. We do not have the police presence. If you see something, start recording.
Is that the same one that was by our house?
No, it wasn't. But start recording and call the sheriff's office because he went probably 60 miles an hour down Finstead Lane. My mom was there when it happened and he smoked out Cantilever and then he smoked out the neighborhood before he peeled out of here past Kevin
He
White's.
does the same
Can we
thing.
get a license number?
Yep,
Do we
yep.
have a license number?
I know who it is and the officers are aware who it is and if you see him,
They just need to-
start recording and follow. I mean, I'm going to be doing that because with the way the ice cream shop is right there and kids, I just had
Oh,
like
absolutely.
visions.
The other day, that guy in that black
Car.
This,
car
Yeah.
doing about 70 down the road in front of East.
I texted her about that. It was terrible.
He
So
just, as soon as he turned and got on the road, I could hear him step on the gas.
if you want, I'm working at the jail basically every day. I can talk to your parent personally and say, let's go to his house and knock on his door.
it's just, I mean, like if I did that and crossed the center line, I had too much drink, it would put me in jail. I don't know why he's driving around still. It just doesn't make
Well, it
sense.
gets to be more than exhibition,
Yeah.
driving, careless operation, public endangerment, and all kinds of different things. So I guess we're all kids, but after a while,
This one,
talk to them and you report them.
Well,
Yeah.
if we don't do anything about it, something happens.
That's right. Now that we know about it, I can release it if you want. I don't mind, talking to Barry about that. Sometimes just a good ass chew. Anything else? Anything? Motion to adjourn. Bert's got something there.
I just wanted to let any of the council members know, the rec club is putting on a raffle to help raise funds for Rainier Days. We've already sold quite a few tickets, so if any council members are willing to help sell some tickets, we're trying to get a little hot for us, so we have,
Of course, Red come to the office. I think he hit everybody up in the office. But if you want to leave a book, we can put it in my office.
okay?
We get a lot of people coming in and out there, and the girl. that-
Yeah, and we're going, so to get
Anyone
everything.
that really, but yeah, if you want, I'll leave it in the office and see what it does. Nothing else? Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye. So carried. Thank you.